To get started, open Visual Studio and create a new ASP.NET Core Web API. I'll select the ASP.NET Core Web API project, click Next. We'll call this Reveal.SDK. Click Next. We'll use minimal APIs and we'll enable Open API support, and we'll stick with .NET 6 long-term support, and we'll click Create. Once our application is created, we'll right-click on our project and we'll install the Reveal NuGet package, which adds the necessary requirements to run the Reveal server. So we'll go to Browse, we'll search for Reveal SDK, and we'll find the Reveal SDK ASP.NET Core. Download, make sure you're installing the latest stable version. At the time of this recording, it was version 1.6. I'll click Install. Then I'll accept all the defaults. Once everything's installed, the first thing that I want to do is go to the program CS file, and we need to enable this application to use Reveal. So after our add Swagger Gen line, we'll do a builder.services.add controllers, and we want to add Reveal. At this point, our application is ready to use Reveal. However, there are a couple other changes we need to make. Before builder.build, we need to add a CORS policy so we can access this server from a different URL on the client. So I'll paste in this CORS policy called allow all, and it will allow any origin, allow any header, and allow any method. You can get very granular with your CORS policy, so just make sure that you are adding what is required for your organization's security protocols. The next thing we need to do is we need to tell our application to use the CORS policy. I'm going to tell it to use it in development since we are allowing pretty much everything here. I'm going to say app.use CORS, and the CORS policy I want to use is allow all. The way that Reveal works with HTTPS redirection is that it must be enabled before you enable CORS. So I'm going to grab this and drag it up to right after builder.build. You can look at the MVC documentation for the order required when you're building an MVC app. Then we'll need to do one other thing. I'm going to delete the default code for the sample endpoint that ships with the .NET Core template. And before app.run, I'm going to call app.use authorization. And I'm going to call app.map controllers. Now our server is completely configured to run a basic Reveal application. In order to test this, we'll add a sample dashboard. I'll right-click on my project, go to Add, New Folder. I'll add a folder called Dashboards. Dashboards is the default folder that the Reveal SDK looks to load and save dashboards to. And I'm going to add a sample dashboard. I'll go to Add, Existing Item. I'll go to my downloads, and there's the sales R- file. All Reveal dashboards have an R- extension. I'll click Add. In order to download sample dashboards, go to the Reveal GitHub repository at github.com, Reveal BI, samples dashboards. And in samples dashboards, you'll find campaigns, manufacturing, marketing, and sales. I just downloaded sales for our example today. Now I'll hit the Run button. Before you click Run, make sure that you have enabled licensing. Check the link below for how to add a license file to Reveal. So I'll expand my Swagger page, click Try It Out, and we'll type in sales. I'll click Execute, and you can see that this brings up the JSON definition of our dashboard from the R-. The R- is simply a zip file renamed with the file extension of R-. In this application, we didn't have to enable any special data connector because the data source for these sample dashboards are using publicly available endpoints. Built into the core SDK is REST, SharePoint, and JSON support for data sources in the R- file. So there is no need to add any additional code to load these dashboards. That's all that's needed to set up a basic Reveal server.